Welcome to another episode of Distro History, where we explore the most significant projects that shaped Linux as we know it. Today, we're diving into Compiz, the 3D window manager that brought a breath of fresh air to Linux desktops, igniting excitement, creating forks, and eventually fading into obscurity. In 2006, Compiz was introduced by Novell as the first compositing window manager for the X window system to bring 3D effects to Linux desktops. It was groundbreaking at the time because it allowed for eye-catching visual effects, such as wobbly windows, desktop cubes, and smooth transitions that were previously unheard of in Linux. For many users, this was the first time Linux could truly rival the graphical polish of systems like Windows and Mac OS X. What made Compiz special wasn't just the visuals, but also its modularity. Compiz was built with a plugin system that allowed developers to add new effects and features easily, making it extremely customizable. This created a wave of excitement in the Linux community as users and developers alike began experimenting with different configurations and effects. Suddenly, the Linux desktop wasn't just functional, it was visually stunning and highly customizable. The success of Compiz led to the creation of a fork known as Beryl in 2006. Beryl aimed to be a more flexible and rapidly developed version of Compiz, introducing even more effects and a wider range of options. The fork led to some tension in the community, but it also showcased the open-source philosophy of collaboration and competition. For a while, it seemed like Beryl and Compiz were competing for the crown of the most innovative window manager in Linux. In 2007, however, the forks were reunited under the Compiz project, with the merged codebase taking the best of both Compiz and Beryl. This brought a sense of unity to the project and kept the momentum going. Compiz continued to evolve, and for a period, it became a must-have feature on Linux desktops, with distributions like Ubuntu heavily promoting it. However, as time went on, the shine began to wear off. The development pace slowed, and the increasing complexity of the code made it harder to maintain. At the same time, hardware compatibility issues emerged, with many users experiencing problems with certain drivers and graphics cards. Moreover, new technologies like Wayland and Gnome Shell began to gain traction, moving away from the X window system, where Compiz was rooted. By the early 2010s, Compiz began to fade from the spotlight. Ubuntu, which had been one of its biggest promoters, eventually moved away from Compiz in favor of its own solutions. As GNOME and KDE moved forward with their own compositors and effects, Compiz was slowly abandoned by most mainstream distributions. Despite its decline, the legacy of Compiz lives on. It was the project that introduced the Linux community to the idea that the desktop could be beautiful, not just functional. It paved the way for future development in window managers and desktop environments by showing that the user experience could be enhanced with smooth, beautiful visuals without sacrificing performance. Compiz may no longer be the dominant window manager it once was, but it remains a testament to the creativity and innovation of the open-source community, a project that, for a time, captured the imagination of Linux users around the world and set a new standard for what the desktop experience could be. Thanks for watching.